Oh my goodness. This past weekend, we saw PSG win 5-2 against Montpellier, who also has the homie Valère Saint Germain, aka Jermaine Dupri. Um, PSG had some drama. Kylian Mbappe, oh, he cut his hair. Kylian Mbappe goes to take a penalty, and unlike everything you'll read in the media, he did not miss it. The penalty was saved by Montpellier's goalie. So PSG win another penalty, and Caesar's cousin, Neymar, goes up to take the penalty. He's like, look, I'm gonna take this penalty. And Mbappe's like, hey man, I'm the number one penalty. They told me I take penalties. And Neymar's like, boy, get out of here, dude. I got this.
You don't know what I've been through.
Neymar steps up and he scores a penalty. Later on in the match, there's a counterattack. Vitinha has the ball. Messi's to the right, and Mbappe's to the left. And yes, Mbappe is definitely wide open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was, the man was open.
He's running in the clear.
Vitinha's doing this.
Yeah.
With the ball. My man Mbappe was open.
Yeah.
Let the record show the man was open.
Yes, for sure.
That's all he's getting out of this, but he was open.
He should have received the ball for sure. I don't know if he was yelling, because sometimes you gotta yell. But at least and I kind of feel like he wasn't, because he's like being like an asshole, kind of like, oh, you should have. He's like, dog, you gotta scream, dog. Like,
I mean, you do gotta look up that way though.
No, and Caesar, like sometimes you get the ball and like,
yeah,
you're focused.
I mean, it only tells me what I already would expect that you getting a guy like Vitinha. That's all I'm saying. Like, well, I think if it's anybody else, I'm sure they're like, they've been playing together so long, it's different. This is a new guy too. Like, this is like his third game in a PSG shirt.
I don't want to do that because honestly, you see that happen all the time. Like sometimes
sometimes you just I get it.
Sometimes a player just doesn't see you.
It happens to me, happens to you.
It happens like you see that happen all the time. A player misses somebody. I've seen Mbappe do that many times, to the point where I was like curious about it. Like, what is he doing? But anyway, so Vitinha does not see Mbappe. He passed the ball to Messi. Mbappe throws his hands up and starts like walking off the field during the play, while the play is still going. When literally, actually, if he keeps running, Messi might get him that rock, actually. They end up winning the game. Mbappe ends up scoring a goal. He doesn't celebrate. He just looks upset after he scores. They're trying to like say like, oh, he wasn't really looking happy before the match. There were some personal issues before the match. I don't really know about that. It just seems like they're trying to clean it up. But then you got after that, some I think it's a Brazilian outlet talking about why would you let Mbappe take penalties? Neymar is such an amazing penalty taker. And Neymar liked the tweets, stirring the pot, whipping the bowl. And now we are where we are today. Hella drama at PSG. What's going on, C's?
Well, I was talking to my cousin on WhatsApp. He recently got unbanned for his wild actions on there. My boy, this is the thing. If we're talking about penalty takers on this show, even in previous drama, we've been around the block on some PSG penalty drama. There was the Neymar v Cavani situation, and it's a little weird. I will say this for Neymar, just to play, which I rarely do on a show, to be on Ronaldo's side.
Ronaldo.
But to be on Neymar's side in his 4 years at PSG now? 4? 5 years? He's only missed 3 PKs. He's only missed 3 the whole time. 27.
I feel like 2 of those were last season.
And I don't even remember if they were misses or saves, which is even bigger. They could have been on frame. I don't really remember Neymar skying. He likes to do that slow gather. I think which isn't a big power move. Like I think he likes to finesse the penalty in there. So I'm sure it got saved on some thug goal, and it was probably in a very important situation like a playoff. Anyway, so I'll give him that. Now there's all the rumors going on about Neymar being upset that now there's new power going on off season. We saw where basically Khilafi, what's his name? Was saying that Mbappe is part of the project, and then being like, "Oh, what about Neymar? He's on the team."
I forgot. Yeah, he said.
Remember, he said like
it was
he
something
didn't say he
shady.
wasn't part of the project, but he's like Neymar's a part of the team. It's like
Something like that. Yeah,
it's like you can also say he's in the project too, but he's not. I mean, you know what it is. And then Neymar was like, "I don't know. They just told me I'm here still, so I'm gonna keep playing." I'm like, okay,
Neymar said I have a contract and I'm staying.
Exactly. And then also, yeah, apparently, according to all Brazilian media, Neymar was in his grind set all summer. That's what he was doing. He was on his grind set. They were showing him having WhatsApp combos with girls, and the girls would be like, "You want to hang out?" And he's like, "I can't. I got a job to do." I was like, "Oh, yo, my dog's shutting it down. Okay, sure, whatever." That's the Brazilian media saying. Bolsonaro doing his last hooking up Neymar for the very end, just hooking up my dog before Lula come in. I think the situation with Mbappe is, we said this, he was open, yes. Should he got the ball there? Yes. Did he handle it atrociously? Absolutely. If he does that at 17 at Monaco, I'm like, come on, like, you're a kid, you gotta get that out of your system. Like, whoever's the coach, whoever's his mentor, I don't know if it's Ramadel Falcao, you gotta get that out of his system, dog. Like, make him not tell him that if you gotta haze him, whatever, make sure he thinks about never doing that again in his career. Like, that's a serious stern talking to at 17. Granted, I feel like these players don't get that anymore, especially when they're a teenager. They kind of like, they get the royalty treatment, so you get away with a lot. And now he got the ultimate getaway where he gets to do whatever he's want. He's like the kingpin contract. When there's a lot bigger stars and vets still on the team. Like, technically, Neymar's still a bigger star. Like, Neymar has a whole continent that
by far.
Like and Messi, they're way bigger stars. Like, it'd be a better argument between Messi and Neymar in popularity than it would be in Mbappe with any of the latter. So he's still not accepting that he's not the biggest person. He handled it horribly. I replayed it 5 times because I thought it was an offsides call and he was mad at the ref. I'm like, did the ref do some dumbass call and he's pissed because he's making a good run? Because I'd be pissed too. If I'm gearing up to do this run and he makes some dumb call, I'm like, come on now. But I'm like watching the play continue. I'm like, yo, this is still going on. He's like, he pulled some like weird wide receiver thing that if it was NFL, dead ass, he's cut. Like, dead ass, it's like, he's probably cut. Well, like, it was some diva play, and it makes me honestly a little sad. Like, I don't want to see that because I like Mbappe a lot as a player. He's a worldly talent, and that is the last thing he needed to be doing. Like, that was not what he needed to be doing at all.
No, and honestly, it's I mean, that comparison, like if in football, it's different because if the quarterback throws it over there, like, you're out of the play now. Like, it's over.
The play always resets, but soccer is live.
Yeah, you still have a chance, you know? Mm-hmm. This is what I think, and this is speculation. But what I think is,
thanks for prefacing that as speculation.
Yes. PSG, they be thugging as an organization. They let Rabiot sit on that bench for an entire season because he wasn't gonna re-sign that contract.
Yeah.
And this is what I think. Like PSG is vindictive, and hopefully Caesar is listening to me.
I'm listening to you.
Don't ever in your life. Literally, I'll be listening to you talk. You'd be like, I'm good. Caesar, I mean, PSG, I think they were mad that Mbappe wanted to leave to Real Madrid last year. And they were mad that he came out publicly and said that he wanted to leave and he felt threatened and everything. They bullied him into signing that new contract. And now and then they coddled him like, yeah, we're going to give you all this money. Yeah, you're going to be the boss.
They got the president jumping in.
Yeah.
The president talking about it. Oh, he's the face of French football in France. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
They're telling him all this stuff before the season. Like, yeah, it's going to be all you. Oh my God. Yeah. And then the season rolled around and they probably told Neymar behind the scenes, look, you're still the best player on the team. They told Messi, look, dude, we're going to do this because of you.
Yeah.
And Mbappe thought he was in charge. And all them rumors about Neymar leaving, they probably leaked that list Remember that list that came out, all the players that supposedly Mbappe want to leave? It was probably real. And he probably sent it to them, and they probably sent it right to the media. And he was like, "Oh,
that is very random to make up."
and he was probably like, "Oh my god!" Like they were like, "I don't know how that got out." They're like, "We don't know." But
Sometimes corporations will leak things to impose power.
yeah, because it's gonna all it does is make Mbappe look bad.
It doesn't make PSG look bad. It's like, look at this little diva we're taking care of.
Exactly. So PSG probably promised him all this stuff, but at the end of the day, they're like, "Yeah, no, like." Gaultier probably said, "Neymar, you take it."
Gaultier is like getting his first experience running a club with megastars. It's always cute when a manager has phenomenal ability to rally young or mid-level talent or not as popular players. That's dope. That's an extremely good talent to have. But asking you the previous PSG bosses what the hardest part of the job was, they're probably not even talking about just getting on the field. It's about like managing the talent, like making everybody happy. A coach's job is also to keep morale high and chemistry high. And on a team like PSG, that's very hard. Yeah, Real Madrid, you have built-in cohesion. So no matter who you're subbing in, the unit has been at least 10 deep for the last 10 years. Like, we're barely seeing people leave now last season. And then you look in the field, it's the same damn lineup as last year that started.
Well, Caesar, any team has built-in cohesion, I feel like. Like most
some teams only, but PSG, it's like that's a tough one to like. Yeah, you're right. It's not just about the cohesion, it's about how the behavior is, though. How does a team behave through these situations? Like, even if they may all get along, but do they have like all a winning mentality? Like, what is the culture of the locker room?
Exactly.
A culture is even because they could all be buddies. I've seen Brady spend summers with and with all the guys. They all have pictures together, Paredes, whatever. But what's the culture in there like? Is it like grind set, or is it like, we're just buddies, like we're just out here vibing, let's go play? Like what is really going on here?
And also, it's hard to know if these reports are real, but they're saying like Mbappe was like a little bit mad because like the power that Neymar had, like he can kind of do what he wants and stuff like that. And I can imagine that would be annoying, or like seeing somebody being lazy and training and stuff like that and nobody says anything. But but yeah, like we'll see what happens. I would imagine like they got to go into they got to fix things in the media, and for sure I would imagine next match like they'll be all hugging each other and stuff. But we will see, and yeah, we'll see, because I've seen Mbappe be a ball hog before. I haven't really seen that from Neymar as much at PSG. I've seen him more like hold the ball, but not ball hog. But I've seen Mbappe ball hog before and take like ridiculous shots when he's mad, just like from hella far out.
Me too.
I've seen him be petulant in a way that I've never seen Neymar actually be petulant.
Yeah.
I've seen Neymar be petulant kind of to the opposition, but I've seen Mbappe like get mad at the team and like do stuff that sabotages his own team.
When I've seen Neymar frustrated, the only thing that happens that I think he starts to like play in like a tunnel vision.
He does.
Like Mbappe, it seems more of a reactor and like a frustrator. Like he's very expressive on the field, on like and honestly, you can be expressive. Like Ronaldo's extremely expressive, right? Like he's very expressive, but he's still driven to finish off the play. Like it's maybe after the play's over, the ball's out of bounds. It's not like while he has the ball in the position going on. Mbappe's handling it at the wrong times. Like if the ball gets kicked back over there, I don't care how much pouting you do, as long as you're walking back to the onside and setting up again. I don't really care what a player's doing when the ball's over there, whatever. But if you're on a live play and it's in action on your possession, that's a problem for you to react like that. That's a real problem.
He literally stopped, did his hand like this, and started walking.
And you know what's funny? He literally noticed that he was doing some dumbass stuff right there, because you saw him like kind of turn back and realize that it's still running around. Like when soccer is funny, like when you like, even I've like been annoyed about something, you have that little space and then you're like, oh my God, like it's still here. And you got to like get back in there. Like, oh my God. So he's doing that in the live play, not even in the penalty box. Like, doggy, you're still like far away. And he's like noticing Vitinha still has the ball and it's still going on. Because if you could have ran, he could have still been in the play for the opportunity. So yeah, he realized it. And and had no retribution, like had no regret for it, but still realizing I was like, oh, this is bad.
And it also shows like there's just no leaders on PSG.
No,
Where's Marquinhos to come scream on him? Like,
no,
where's Neymar?
there's no like Thiago Silva. There's
No.
there's none of that.
Where is anybody to come scream on him? Like, come on. Dude.
Allegedly, the reports are that like it was they hashed it out, the beef. I know the reports are saying that Sergio Ramos had took him to the side talk. That's what they're saying. That's what it is. I know Sergio Ramos is the dude to do that. He's done that. Real Madrid. He's has talked to play whatever. But I don't know if he has that impulse. I saw that video of him bumping Messi at practice, and Messi was not feeling it. I was like, I don't know, dog.
Caesar, the thing is, like, on a play like that, you're gonna run up to your teammate during the play. Like, you're gonna be like, "Yo, what are you
or
doing?"
on that water break, whatever they take.
No, dude, you're gonna do it right then. Like, if I'm, behind that play and I see him do that, I'm gonna run right up to him.
You know who would do that? Rudiger would.
Oh,
Rudiger would go crazy. Dog.
Like, I'm gonna run up and grab him. And
Alaba would. All the
field.
guys would. Remember remember that play where Rodrigo hella bumped the Liverpool dude or whatever, and like Alaba literally grabbed him by his like shirt and then threw him over there, like and just like threw him, not just like threw him out of the area. Like now you're here and I remove you from the situation physically. Like you get your head back in the game. Let's go play this. Enough of this. Like
exactly. I would love to go off on this some more, but we got to do an